Welcome to Friday, April 17th edition of the Day Weather Podcast. As we take a look ahead, better weather's ahead. Better weather's on the way, folks. Temperatures are going to moderate over the next several days. We're also going to be looking at no major storm system coming through the western United States through Tuesday. And have we turned the corner? Is the worst of the cold over? Are we going to finally kind of jumpstart spring again and get us back to where we should be? We'll talk about that here in a moment. Let's take a look at the updated snowpack figures. Here's Wyoming. We only have two basins in Wyoming, slightly below average. That would be the Belle Fourche and Sweetwater drainages. But notice all the blue. Some of the big snowpack water holding areas of the state doing very well. Snowpack averages well above normal. Yellowstone Park, the Wind River Basin, the Upper Green and Lower Green, the Upper North Platte. Lower North Platte, going to be a good runoff year again. Colorado, the same, except you can definitely see that northern Colorado's snowpack is better than the southern Colorado snowpack, although we've seen worse years than that. But southwest Colorado snowpack year not ending up as good. But the big headwaters of the North Platte, South Platte doing very well this winter-spring season. This is where we currently are right now. Temperatures are very, very cold to start this Friday. In fact, it was 11 degrees below zero in Laramie this morning. 11 below zero on April 17th. And many of you probably saw the single digits and teens last night. You can see we have the Gulf of Alaska Ridge still in place. We have this big trough coming in. We have all of this blue and gray up here, all of that cold air from Canada still moving in. But there's going to be a push of this colder air more to the east beginning this weekend. So we're going to be able to recover. Temperatures and conditions are going to recover as we have more of a Pacific flow coming into the Rockies early next week. This map is for Monday. So the air we're going to be breathing is going to be coming from here, which isn't terribly warm, but it's warmer than up here. So we're really changing where the air mass is coming into the Rockies, and that's going to make it more mild. Notice the high pressure has moved east out of the Gulf of Alaska into western Canada here, so the direction of the cold is going to go more to the east. Now, by next Wednesday night and Thursday, we do see a northwest flow coming in, and this will drag in some energy and Pacific moisture. So the next chance of rain and snow probably going to be Wednesday night into Thursday. I do think that we may, over the course of the next few days, have some springtime showers because of this low pressure system coming in. Some shower activity this weekend and early next week is possible. But the better chance of rain and snow showers will come with this northwest flow coming in late Wednesday and Thursday of next week. But the flow of air is from the Pacific, not the Arctic. So we don't have bone-chilling cold coming. Now, 10 days out, for those of you who've been watching and listening to the Day Weather Podcast over the last few weeks, there's one thing that's missing. What's missing as we look 10 days out? This is into next Sunday and Monday. Well, what's missing is the Gulf of Alaska Ridge. It's gone. We have low pressure pushing into the Gulf of Alaska. And when low pressure is up here, well, that pushes warmer air into the United States. So it's a reversal. That reversal means we're going to get cut off from this pipeline of cold, which has just been beating us to a pulp here over the last week to 10 days and getting into a more mild Pacific flow. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean dry, but it does mean warmer. And one hint that we may have turned the corner with this severe cold recently is the Eastern Pacific Oscillation. Now, I don't want to go too far into the weeds here, but anything that you see below this zero line here would be considered a negative Eastern Pacific Oscillation. And what this basically means is it means that Gulf of Alaska Ridge is going to be strong, driving cold air when it's in the negative phase. When it's in the negative phase, the western United States is cold, wet, and stormy. But when it goes to this positive phase, see this trend line up? This is by early next week, and it goes above that zero mark. So with the Eastern Pacific Oscillation showing that high pressure will be replaced by low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska, this is a warmer signal. This is a less stormy signal, not a dry one, but it's a warmer signal. It's been extremely negative. In fact, when we take a look at how we measure this oscillation, it's really on the negative scale, way off of normal. That's why it's been so cold. But here's good news. The good news is starting this weekend and heading to next week, the oscillation goes positive or at least neutral. That would mean we're not going to be seeing those Arctic intrusions next week or the week after. And after that, it's May. And it gets harder and harder for those intrusions to push south. So perhaps the worst of the cold is over. Let's hope.